at the request of Moscow.
I reaffirm that the United Nations has in Ukraine the logistics and security capacities to support the mission of the International Atomic Energy Agency from Kyiv to Zaporizhia.
This as Ukrainian intelligence reports Russians shelling up ash pits at the plant, kicking up radioactive dust clouds, causing elevated radiation levels and stoking fears of a nuclear disaster.
We are worried. We are like sitting on a powder keg.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky remains defiant in his efforts to regain control of the Crimean Peninsula, which was annexed by Russia in 2014.
The whole world needs to win in the fight against Russian aggression to overcome terror and return predictability and security to our region in Europe. Therefore, it is necessary to free Crimea from the occupation. Where aggression began, there it will end.
President Zelensky fears Moscow is going to amp up its assault on Ukraine on Independence Day Wednesday. Also concerned about heightened attacks, the State Department warning all Americans to leave the country.
We have reason to believe that Russia will undertake renewed attacks against both civilian infrastructure and government facilities in Ukraine.
As the war drags on, the U.S. is expected to announce another $3 billion in aid for Ukraine on Wednesday to help in the long-term fight. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
New images offer a unique look at the solar system's fifth planet. Fox's Molly Lyon has more on the out-of-this-world mission to capture images of Jupiter.
It's Jupiter, like you've never seen it before. NASA releasing stunning new images of the red planet, the agency's near-infrared camera capturing its cosmic features.
They're giving us new insight into the planet and its activity.
The high-resolution images were taken last month by the James Webb Space Telescope, which was launched into orbit about 8 months ago.
And liftoff.
The world's newest and biggest space telescope showing Jupiter's auroras, or northern and southern lights.
The most remarkable thing about this new color image is those reddish streaks at the north and south poles. Those are aurorae.
The $9 billion telescope snapping images of the Great Red Spot, a storm big enough to swallow Earth.
You're looking like sort of the top of a big hurricane system. It's been there for about 400 years.
2 tiny moons and more.
Some of the other faint little dots that you see sort of down below Jupiter, those are actually very distant galaxies. There are clusters of stars that are billions and billions of miles away, and yet we can see them right next to Jupiter.
The images also revealing the solar system's largest planet is surrounded by a polar haze and is encircled by rings.
It's 1,000,000 times fainter than the planet.
Scientists are hoping to use the data collected by the Webb telescope to study the makeup of Jupiter, along with its rings and satellite system. In Boston, Molly Lyon, Fox News.
Now that Dr. Anthony Fauci has announced he will be retiring at the end of the year, Republicans are promising to keep him busy with testimony if they're able to take back either chambers of Congress. Fauci himself now speaking out about those threats of investigations and where the country goes from here with the pandemic. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says he hopes the U.S. will be able to keep lowering the rate of COVID infections, though he wants more Americans boosted. He announced he will leave his post at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and as the president's chief medical advisor, retiring from government service in December after more than 50 years.
And I just felt, since I still had a lot of energy to do other things, I wanted to give myself that opportunity.
But a number of Republican critics of Dr. Fauci say they want him in the congressional hot seat to answer questions on the U.S. response to the pandemic. And they want to grill him about the early lockdowns and mask and vaccine mandates.
Dr. Fauci, retirement or not, is going to be spending a lot of time in front of a congressional committee and committees if Republicans take back control.
I believe that oversight is an important part of the government process. But some of the things that have gone on have been outright character assassination.
Senator Roger Marshall says he sent a letter demanding the Department of Health and Human Services preserve Dr. Fauci's emails. He and others also want to investigate what Dr. Fauci knew about the origins of the pandemic.
We're going to hold Dr. Fauci and the CDC accountable. America deserves it.
Dr. Fauci hopes more Americans will get their booster shot this fall. This as Pfizer has asked the FDA to greenlight their Omicron booster. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll take a dive into history at Ellsworth's Telephone Museum. And in sports, hear the latest from Maine football as they closed out training camp with their second and final inter-squad scrimmage. We'll be right back.
This family's hanging on to a lot of secrets.
Let me tell you, the guy's gonna cut you down.
Monarch premieres Sunday, September 11th on Fox.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
In life, many things matter. Black lives matter. Asian and Caucasian lives matter. Police officers and firefighters matter. Youngsters and senior citizen lives matter. Think about it. Every life matters. And it all begins, first in Maine and everywhere, when the protection of the unborn matters.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 6th.
Save on gas with a 35 mpg Highlander Hybrid, plus get 1.9% financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor. Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Welcome back. Northern Light Mayo Hospital is partnering with Eastern Maine Community College to provide people with a special opportunity to start a new career in the medical field. The hospital will be hosting a free CNA program later this fall, open to 10 students. Classes will be held at the hospital in Dover-Foxcroft from October 3rd to December 15th. Funding from the Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan and Harold Alphonse Center for Advancement of Maine's Workforce allows for the training to come at no cost to students. Students will also be introduced to career advancement possibilities.
Well, there's lots of different opportunities, but the most natural one is usually into a nursing career. And we see this often. Our CNAs start enrolling in nursing school and actually continue to work as a CNA while they're in their nursing program.
Those interested in signing up for the free CNA course should call 564-2942. The deadline is approaching for a pesticide program aimed at protecting Maine's natural resources and preventing agriculture pollution. Since 1982, the program has saved more than 250,000 pounds of pesticides from entering the waste stream. Some products include herbicides, insecticides, rodenticides, fungicides, and similar products used in agricultural production or around the home. Homeowners and family-owned farms are welcome to apply to the obsolete pesticide collection program. In order to participate, pre-registration is required by October 8th. Drop-ins are not permitted, and drop-off locations will be announced soon for the areas of Presque Isle, Bangor, Augusta, and Portland. The program is made possible by the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry's Board of Pesticides Control and the Maine Department of Environmental Protection. Guidelines for disposal and details on registering can be found at thinkfirstspraysecond.org. 5 Maine forest rangers have been sworn in. The ceremony took place outdoors at the Maine Forest Service Regional Office yesterday in Old Town. To become a Maine Forest Ranger, qualified individuals must obtain an associate's degree, have successfully passed the Maine Criminal Justice Academy's alert examination and physical fitness test, and should be willing to be relocated anywhere in Maine, among other qualifications. Meanwhile, a local brewery is making one of its seasonal beers year-round, and it's benefiting a good cause even more in the process. Rising Tide says its Session IPA, Maine Island Trail Ale, will now be available all year long. It's usually only brewed in the summer months, but Rising Tide says a portion of the proceeds have gone to the Maine Island Trail Association for the last decade. That group, also known as MITA, maintains Maine's islands, cleaning up trash and debris that washes ashore.
Being able to see those islands cleaned up, well maintained, and then still have access to them and keeping them wild. Pack in, pack out, allows folks to paddle out to the islands, take a small sailboat or a small motorboat out to the islands, and really enjoy the coast of Maine in a way that wouldn't be possible in a lot of states that don't have an organization like MITA.
Rising Tide says MITA gets about $1 from every case of its MITA beer, which adds up to many thousands of dollars. That number expected to skyrocket now that MITA is sold year-round. Just another excuse to go grab some beer, I guess. Meanwhile, telephones are ringing off the hook every Saturday at the Telephone Museum in Ellsworth. That museum is operated by a small group of volunteers who say they could always use an extra set of hands. Our Jody Hersey stopped by to learn more.
Located on the Winkenpaw Road in Ellsworth, residents and tourists alike can learn everything they've ever wanted to know about the telephone.
What we do emphasize is the fact that we have working switchboards, and that if you were to come to the museum, you'd be expected to learn how to become an operator or how to use the dial of a dial phone.
From switchboards to rotary phones, push button, and pay phones, visitors will be able to see all the technology we once used to communicate with loved ones before the invention of the cell phone.
We store all kinds of memories. In some cases, we recreate memories. We had one young gentleman in here one day, "Mom, can we get rid of our cell phone and get one of these phones?"
David Thompson of Bucksport worked for a telephone company for 27 years. He spent another 25 years as a volunteer here at the Ellsworth Telephone Museum. As he approaches his 90th birthday, Thompson said he'd like to see a few more volunteers join the museum.
We have many things that need to be done. We've got 4 document rooms, which would probably take 2 years to completely archive. Then all the equipment we've got has to be archived.
The Telephone Museum is open Saturdays by appointment from 10 until 4 during the months of July, August, and September. In Ellsworth, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
All right, just a really cool opportunity there to take a look back at a really cool piece of history. And looking outdoors, Jeff Weller's in next with our full 5-day forecast, so stay with us.
Some rain and cloud-cooled temperatures today, but tomorrow even warmer. 80s are back in the forecast with some more rain. Those details for you when I come back.
When you're looking to save, you head to the outlets. Well, come to the Furniture Factory outlet in any Jordan store. You can have that new look at outlet prices and get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the style at Jordan's.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving Eastern and Central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
Jason Aldean. When lights come on. Rock and Roll Cowboy Tour 2022. Presented by Wolf Moon Bourbon. Saturday, September 10th. Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. With Gabby Barrett. And John Morgan. If I didn't love. ACM Artist of the Decade. Jason Aldean. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or Ticketmaster.com.
Whatever your budget, we'll make it easy to create the home that fits you and that fits your style. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the choices at Jordan's.
Lego Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds. Oh.
Lego Masters premieres September 21st on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You'll make the drive, we'll make the deal. And all right, so here we go. Let's talk about allergies. The rain has washed most of the allergens out of the air. Tree, grass, weed, and mold all low right now. They won't stay like this, but overall, we're getting a break from the allergies out there today and most likely tomorrow. Likely changing, though, getting in here Thursday into Friday. All right, so today we had some rain showers earlier. There's an area of low pressure, a very large one over the area now. Then we got some clear skies for a couple hours, followed by the return side of this will bring us some more rain showers tonight into tomorrow. You can see this very elongated area of low pressure kind of working through the region as we speak. It's moving pretty slowly, so that will bring more clouds back in here tonight. A couple of rain showers in there as well. Nothing heavy tonight, but most likely lingering as some drizzle and light rain showers into tomorrow morning, so it's not going to be a dry evening tonight. All right, let's walk you through it. So lots of clouds out there tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's 11 o'clock or so tomorrow, talking about some light drizzle and lots of cloud cover. And it'll finally get out of here tomorrow afternoon and evening. Look for a nice night tomorrow, followed by a very nice day for us on Thursday, followed by increasing clouds Thursday night again, ahead of our next weather system getting in here late Thursday into Friday. Not as widespread with that one, but definitely some more rainfall is on the way before we get into the weekend. The severe weather threat tonight is incredibly low, if not zero. Maybe a couple loud ones back off to the west of us. It should stay there. Overall, some general sprinkles out there, some drizzle and some light rain showers tonight as the system works through. All right, so rainfall-wise going forward, not a lot. We're talking maybe a 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. However, if you get under one of the heavier downpours, you could see a quick 1/4 inch of rain. It won't be a big deal, though. The heaviest rain now has passed. The wind is dying down out of the north right now, around 3 in Millinocket, out of the east in Bangor. But overall, it should go down to 0 tonight. That, you know what that means, right? 0 wind tonight means we could see some dense fog after midnight as temperatures settle into dew points in the 50s to low 60s across our region. All right, so going forward, though, we're talking about temperatures today. Cooled off, right? So cloud cooled, rain cooled. We barely cracked 70 here in Bangor, 69 in Millinocket. So we're going to work on this, though, as warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, there are 80s back in the 5-day forecast. Our forecast then tonight, though, is a couple of showers around. Some dense fog is likely. Lows down near the muggy 63 or so, with a calm wind already out there. Now, for tomorrow, all right, so scattered showers and maybe a couple of thunder showers in there. Not really an all-day rain. However, it'll stay cloudy pretty much all day. Temperatures reaching for 80. We'll probably probably stop short of that. It's going to feel pretty muggy out there tomorrow as well. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow barely 80, but then back in the 80s on Thursday, 83, partly cloudy, very nice day. A couple of thunder showers Friday, not an all-day rain again. And look at this weekend, pretty nice, right? Temperatures hanging out near 80 with lots of sunshine.
Alrighty, thanks so much, Jeff. So a little bit of a mixed bag coming our way. And sports coming up next with Dave Peck, so stay with us.
Love is now electric with the all-new 2023 Subaru Solterra. 0 emissions, all Subaru. Starting at $44,995.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
During Toyota's national sales event, we're working hard to deliver new Toyotas so you can enjoy the last of summer. From hitting the rapids with a RAV4 hybrid, to kicking up sand in a Tundra, or camping out in a Highlander. Hey guys!
Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid with 40 mpg and up to a 580-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on most RAV4 models.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Audlin Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com.
You know, at Jordan's, we have over 90 different mattresses you can try. That's where Bridget and our sleep techs come in. With a short analysis of you, your sleeping habits, all you have to do is choose the one that's right for you and your budget. Come into Jordan's and meet Bridget.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, Tuesday marked the second round of cutdowns as NFL teams work to get their rosters to 80 players. And down in New Jersey, former Black Bear Andre Miller was one of those moves, but not at a total loss. The Giants officially placed Miller on the injured reserve, effectively ending his season after he turned heads early on in camp. The Old Town native was gaining significant momentum as a converted tight end before injuring his arm back in late July. Now, NFL teams will set their final 53-man rosters on August 30th, but as of right now, Miller remains with the Giants. So definitely not great news, but at least he is still with the team. And to Miller's alma mater now we go. Maine football held its final scrimmage of training camp on Tuesday. Not a ton of reps for the first team. There was some situational work, but overall, the session was more about developing depth, especially for the offensive line in particular.
It's a grind. You know, it's not meant for everyone, but, you know, the guys that are here do a very, very good job doing it.
That grind is called training camp, and on Tuesday, the Black Bears essentially put a bow on the preseason with their final scrimmage of the summer.
It was good to get, a lot of the younger guys reps, get the reps that we needed for our ones and our twos.
And right now, those extra reps are especially important for Maine's offensive line.
You know, it's just building on our depth now, make sure we have the 6th, 7th, 8th guy to be able to come in the game if we need him.
Between injuries or departures from the team, Geraci said the O-line was down to just 8 bodies on Tuesday.
You get down in depth, I think that's where you're going to be, we're going to have to make sure we have the right guys in the right spots at the right times and place.
But even with limited numbers, Stevens still believes they have the guys to be successful.
Right now, we feel confident with the group we have, and those guys have done a really nice job.
And as the unit's leader, Geraci would agree.
We've been running the ball really well. We've improved a lot on our pass protection lately. So it's just, continue to build those things up a lot.
With preseason now behind them, they'll have 11 days to tie up any loose ends, while shifting their focus to their Week 1 opponent in New Mexico.
You know, we have something here, it's called process over outcome. So every day is just another day, another process of, you know, you got to get through the day before you have to think about the next day. I mean, obviously everyone has their end goal in mind, which is New Mexico right now. But, you know, it's as a veteran, it's just, you know, keep pushing the guys and bringing them with you.
For all the players, coaches, myself, we're just excited to get to this point. I feel like this is, you know, New Mexico, playing the Lobos. That's been something that's been on our mind really since January.
So week 1 is fast approaching for the Black Bears, and we're just over a week until the beginning of the high school fall sports regular season as well. And on Tuesday, some of the state's top volleyball teams convened in Brewer for their annual preseason play day. Brewer Volleyball hosted 6 teams on Tuesday, including state champions Yarmouth and Washington Academy, as well as Gardner and George Stevens, who also made deep runs at the state title last season.
It gives you a chance to see how you compare with other schools and what you need to work on to improve. And so it's just kind of getting an identity that you can work on to reach another level.
It's really important because there's teams from different classes and all over the state of Maine, so you just see the different competition from where everybody's from.
Now, for Brewer in particular, the Witches enter 2022 somewhat in transition. They lost a large portion of their starters from last season, but there's still plenty of growth within the program. Nutter said that 40 girls made either the varsity, JV, or freshman team this season, an uptick from last year and a promising trend for any program.
We're kind of just feeling our way along right now and finding out who can play what position the best. And I've got a lot of young players that don't have much experience. So we're going to grow as the season progresses.
There's definitely been more team bonding, and girls through the team have gotten a lot closer, even though the season has just not started and we've only had a few practices. So I'm sure this year will be really good.
Again, one of those teams present at the scrimmage was Washington Academy, the defending state champions, and we will hear more from them later this week to preview their season. For now, let's just continue the theme of preseason right into the Patriots. Another day of practice, but on Tuesday, the first joint session with the Las Vegas Raiders. First note is likely the heat. Highs of 105 during the day, but that's sort of good news for the Patriots, right? Considering they open up week 1 at Miami, a place they have struggled to maybe find their breath in recent years. Second note is the obvious reunion with Josh McDaniels. Of course, he spent the last 2 seasons, or 2 seasons I should say, as head coach in Denver between his term with the Patriots. We know it didn't end well with the Broncos, but Bill Belichick still had high praise and optimism when talking about his guy this time around.
Josh is the type of person that grows every year. I like to think we all do. You know, we all learn things every year. You know, this will be his opportunity to take whatever that was into a different situation. You know, he wasn't the head coach at New England, so it was different. But here he is, and so you know, I'm sure that he'll take advantage of that. He's a really smart guy, works hard, he's a good football guy, he's a solid person. So I'm sure he'll do well.
So kickoff for the final preseason game, one between the Patriots and the Raiders, is set for 8 p.m. this Friday on Fox. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally a reason to pull those aviators out of the glove compartment. Get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2023 Forte.
Prices are up. The economy is weak. Maine families are drowning. But instead of helping, Jared Golden cast one of the deciding votes for Biden's new massive spending bill that will make inflation even worse. Tax hikes for nearly everyone, and up to 87,000 new IRS agents who could harass the middle class. Times are tough. When Maine families needed a lifeline, Jared Golden threw us an anchor. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ. family. The ABC7 and Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WA Bean & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Natural Living Center, featuring a huge selection of natural and organic groceries, health and beauty supplies, and more. Or Chapel Hill Floral, we're your neighborhood florist. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Skeletons. 6 feet deep, like could have been so sweet, bro. Skeletons. Fasten your seatbelts, call the police when I start to believe.
Get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months in the purchase of a new 2023 Soul.
One at a time.
Welcome back. Saul Goodman works his magic on viewers. Daniel Craig questions a new lineup of A-list stars and more. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
I have to track him. Jenny goes on a rescue mission. Craig solves another mystery, and all eyes are on Odenkirk in the Hollywood Nation.
No one knows what we're doing.
Bob Odenkirk's final bow as Saul Goodman pulled in a massive audience. According to Nielsen Live +3 ratings, the series finale of Better Call Saul was the most watched episode of the show, with 2.7 million viewers, surpassing the 1.8 million views that the season 3 finale drew on June 19th, 2017. The hit AMC crime drama concluded its 6th season run on August 15th and is up for 7 Emmy Awards. Today's First Looks features a glimpse at Daniel Craig interrogating the star-studded suspects in Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Netflix released 2 images to the sequel to 2019's Knives Out and revealed it will be released December 23rd. The A-list cast includes Edward Norton, Kate Hudson, Janelle Monáe, Dave Bautista, and Daniel Craig reprising his role as super sleuth Benoit Blanc.
We're running out of time.
And the streamer also released a trailer to Lou, starring Oscar winner Allison Janney and Emmy Award nominee Jurnee Smollett. The action thriller follows a young woman and her landlord on a life-or-death rescue mission to save the woman's kidnapped child. It begins streaming September 23rd.
If you slow me down, I will leave you behind.
In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
MoviePass is making a comeback next month. According to the MoviePass website, a beta version of the service will launch on or around Labor Day, September 5th. The movie ticketing subscription service allowed fans to see many movies in theaters for a monthly fee, but the company wasn't as profitable as it had hoped and shut down in 2019. The relaunch will have 3 different pricing tiers of $10, $20, and $30. Customers will get a number of credits to use every month. Fans interested in the service can sign up for the waiting list, which will open up on Thursday. And finally tonight, a new study says random acts of kindness can have more of a positive impact than you might think. Researchers from the University of Texas conducted a series of tests having people perform a good deed, like helping someone with a tough task or paying for a meal for someone they didn't know. The analysts then had the people performing and receiving the good deed rate their moods after. The researchers found people who performed an act of kindness often underrated the significance of what they did. The researchers also say people who are the recipient of the good deed often will perform an act of kindness for others in the future. So if you needed a reason to just do something nice for someone else, there you go. Always a good thing to do. And that's all we have for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great rest of your evening.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station ABC7 right now for ABC7.